Good morning, Fastball XRV members. I am back up in Los Angeles on a little bit of business tonight, and I thought while I was here, I would take the opportunity to just pop out a quick recording and go over one of the trades that a couple of you had questions on today. This was Herbalife. You guys did well with it. That's fantastic, but you did have a couple of questions, as this is not one of the typical NASDAQ stocks on that XRV service. This is, of course, a NYSE listed security, and it trades a lot like a NASDAQ, quite frankly. We've had a lot of big moves in Herbalife over the years on the trading plan, on the stocks to watch, but let's just have a look at how this one was handled, and in particular what we did when it got to the pivot line. So first off, you know from the trading room this morning, from the first hour trading pit, that I had a pretty wide stop on this. I was down under this range. I mean, even though the pivot was just down underneath there, again, another 23 cents or so, I was really looking for this was going to be the place that it bounced. It did, in fact, bounce there. The first target on this after an entry was, so here's your entry line, or roughly your entry line, $75.18. Your first target on this was $75.86. And after the stock did all of this morning, you definitely had the opportunity to move the stop up and get tighter into the previous session's closing range and didn't have to worry too much. So once this was put in, this was where we were talking in the room this morning about tightening up the stop on Herbalife. When HLF made the move from 75.18 to 75.86, and I said, let's see what happens at the inflection and then take a look if we don't want to hang on for the move to $76.72. A couple of you thought that it was just sort of magic that we were anticipating this big thrust through here. On the NYSE, my opinion is that those pivots are inflection points, tend to be a little bit of a consolidation and then a spot that things are going to break out again. Whereas on the NASDAQ, I'm much more inclined to just set a target at the first pivot that a stock's going to get to. And that has to do with machines trading versus people trading. But in this case, when it popped up through here, the mistake that I saw someone make, or that someone asked me about placing a stop, was the desire to put the stop right at that 75.86 pivot. And that's really no good. When the stock opened and ticked down a little bit, your stop on a reversal move would have to be down at about $75.66. And then, when it popped right through there and kept going, the move up to 76.72 was something that a bunch of you caught, and that's fantastic. That says that you're trading them by watching what's happening on the chart instead of getting anxious about whether or not you're going to be able to hang on to all of your open profit. I know it's hard as these things start moving and you're up more and you're up more and you're up more, and you just, every tick you start to sweat and think you want to take it off. And my advice is just go ahead and put your resting stops out there and let the price action take you into the trade and out of the trade. So I hope that helps. Sorry the video is so late. Most of you are going to see this when you get up in the morning. Hopefully I'll see you in the first hour trading pit. And remember, stay focused on all the stuff you learned at boot camp. This should all just reinforce what you're doing with these XRV setups every day.